Hi, Aries. Welcome to the vibration. My name is Christina. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am just getting started, so please give me a like, share, and subscribe if this resonates with you. Let's go ahead and jump in. So we have the sustainer, Anima Mundi, the healer, the mother, the unseen, the poet, and the prayer. Um, Aries. I feel like saying there's an idea here of what it means to sustain something, right? You know, the mother is kind of like there's two sides to the coin, right? You can either there's a mother who clings to her children and gains her identity through them, or there's a mother who raises her children up and lets them go and trusts that they're prepared for their journey, right? And it's just kind of this juxtaposition between a clingy relationship or a relationship that really encourages growth and development. And I feel like there has been this, like, what's the difference between stagnation and sustainability? I for the sustainability card, I always love the idea of like lions that play, because when they play, they kind of like they bat at each other, and they're play fighting, but they're pushing each other. They, like they're developing their muscles. They're, enjoying their community. They're doing whatever it is that they're doing. But there's an idea of rather than just, like everybody having their tasks, there's this entirety of the way in which people can engage, the way in which people can interact with one another, right? And so if you are sustaining something, oftentimes what you're doing is you are empowering, each other to like take yourselves to those next levels, right? I mean, it's just kind of this idea of like, okay, like I can sustain something because it's pushing me to grow and develop, rather than the idea of just like now I have to cling to like some little idea of like this is all life is ever going to be. Like, well, I mean, if that's all life is ever going to be, and that's how you view it, then like obviously there needs to be some healing brought to that. And I think that you are starting to understand. I want to say the need for healing, because there's an idea of like I really want this. I know that like what I want scares the shit out of me. Right? I mean, that's a real feel. But it's just this idea of like what I want scares the shit out of me, and I know that like in order to acquire this, I'm going to have to overcome this fear, right? This fear of stagnation. Um, and I feel like just kind of having like a better idea of what that means, if for no other reason than that you've been through like various lessons in life, so that it's kind of like you can see how all of the lessons led to the next lesson that prepared you for the next lesson that enabled you to understand this, right? Because we can only understand it at we can only communicate to the level of other people's understanding, right? So I can communicate something with you, but if you don't get it, I guess you just don't get it, right? And it's just kind of this idea of like you needed to really get a lot of things before you could get like something in its entirety. And I feel like having that clarity and that understanding of a concept, a cycle in life, an idea about something that you really are passionate about, something that you really care about, something that you know that you want, like you've had to go through these lessons to, I want to say, be ready for what it is that you knew you always wanted. Because the poet is the idea of taking, the darkness and discovering the beauty in it. And Aries, I feel like there's an idea of like having been in the darkness and then having like the beauty of that darkness illuminated and finding purpose in your desire and bringing healing to your fears. Okay, well, I love that. Let's see what else we can get for Aries. Okay, I hope y'all are doing well. Please, please, please give me a like, share, and subscribe. Just getting started. The moon. I mean, that just kind of speaks to the idea of intuition, like following the way, like following your gut feeling, right? I mean, like there are times in life when we're presented with like concrete evidence of, I want to say like Google Maps told me which way to go, and so I know exactly which way to go. But when I'm making decisions in life, I don't have a Google decision maker for me, like Google is not there making all of my decisions for me, yet. But while you still have the freedom to make your decisions for yourself, I tease. Um, but while you still have the freedom to make these decisions about your life, you have to follow your intuition. You have to trust your instinct and your spirit. Like, what is it that I feel called to? Why is it that I feel called to that? What cycles have I played out in my life that have really pointed to what my heart truly desires? Because there's no manual that's going to tell you how to navigate it. You have to trust your own instincts. Like, and you can I mean, that's the thing about tarot, right? Tarot is not there to dictate to you how, like, what you should do or how you should move, right? Tarot is an opportunity to explore an energy that you are residing in so that you can have a better understanding of like just how it is that you feel, because sometimes we like emotions are confusing, right? And they're not permanent. And you have to, I think, navigate around the idea of what does, I want to say, like, the permanence of emotion, because emotion is fluid and that really fucks with you. But I guess what I want to say is that, like, it's not about doing something that because you just feel like it. It's about doing something because it's a part of what you've always wanted. Because it's like a lesson that you are ready to learn. It's not the entirety of everything. No one thing will ever be all of it. And if it is, that's not healthy. King of Cups. Yeah. I mean, but because I feel like whatever it is that you are wanting or contemplating, it could be, again, a relationship, or it could be something that you're just really passionate about. But it feels like it's something that feels as though it might become all consuming. And I want to say to you, like, okay, like, address the fear of all consuming and acknowledge an idea of partnership over ownership, right? Like, my friends help to uncover new elements of my life. They don't control my life, they don't dominate my life, but fuck, like, if they haven't taught me some lessons that I needed to learn along the way, and how, like, grateful am I for that. And if this is a relationship, Aries, I feel like there's just kind of this idea of development outside of emotion. Not allowing for your emotion to consume you entirely, but acknowledging the fact that emotion helps to move you in the direction that you need to go. That's another language too. Makes sense to me. I don't know. Nothing came out. Okay. I feel like maybe that's just kind of like where you're at right now, Aries, and like what it is that you're trying to kind of like uncover and deal with, and like sit with and understand. Um, the vessel. The vessel is the idea of build it or break it. Aries, I feel like you just have a decision to make. Like it's like, do you want this or not? Like, do you? I feel like there's just this big old, like you can, like perception is everything. You've gone through lessons. You've had to gain understanding and insight, and now, like, do you follow your intuition and rebuild your dreams, reapproach your dreams, re-engage with the things that you thought maybe, just maybe, were going to keep you stuck, only to discover that those were the things that like fed you, your mind, your body, your spirit, like it's just kind of like this really coming to terms with that. And I want to say, like, following your intuition and finding the beauty where once you found pain. I love that, Aries. I hope this resonates with you. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. I am doing personal reads. If you're interested in booking a personal read with me, please click the description box below. These are 45 minutes, gives us an opportunity to uncover any questions you have concerning past, present, and future energies. If this is where we part ways, thank you so much for spending some time with me, and I hope to see you again soon.